The case of the suspicious sandwich. Greg loved his lunches. Not just any lunch, his lunches. He took pride in his creations, piling ingredients together in ways that would make a chef cry or a dietitian faint. Today's masterpiece? A towering sandwich stuffed with turkey, bacon, pickles, jalapenos, and a secret sauce that even he wasn't sure about. He sat at his usual table in the office lunchroom, unwrapping the beast. The sandwich practically sagged under its own weight, lettuce spilling onto the table as sauce dripped onto his fingers. He took a huge bite, closing his eyes in bliss. That's when Karen walked in. She stopped mid-step, holding her perfectly portioned salad, and stared. "What is that?" she asked, her voice somewhere between curiosity and concern. Greg chewed, swallowed, and grinned. "My masterpiece. Turkey, bacon, pickles, jalapenos, and a secret sauce." Karen wrinkled her nose. "Secret sauce? It looks like someone already ate it once." Greg only shrugged, taking another enthusiastic bite. Karen sat across from him, still staring, as if she were watching a slow-moving disaster. A moment later, Dave entered. He was holding a coffee and chatting on his phone, but the moment he caught sight of Greg's sandwich, he froze. He leaned toward Karen and whispered, "Is he eating a gas station sandwich?" Karen shook her head solemnly. "Worse. He made it." Greg finally noticed their stares and set his sandwich down. "What?" he asked mid-chew. "It's delicious." Karen leaned in, lowering her voice as if she were staging an intervention. "Greg, I'm not judging, but are you okay? Do you need help? A cookbook? A therapist?" Before Greg could answer, the lunchroom door swung open, and Linda, the office busybody, stormed in. Her eyes scanned the room, then locked onto Greg's sandwich. She gasped dramatically. "Greg, is that my lunch?" Silence fell over the room. Greg blinked. No, I made this myself." Linda's eyes narrowed. "That's my Tupperware, and my grandma's secret recipe." Greg looked down at the container. Sure enough, there, in bold marker, was one undeniable word. Linda. His stomach dropped. "Oh no," he said, his face going pale. "I thought this was mine. I grabbed it from the fridge this morning." Linda snatched the sandwich out of his hands like a detective collecting evidence. She turned it over, inspecting the layers of meat, sauce, and unholy additions. "You ruined it," she cried. "You added jalapenos and bacon." Greg held up his hands defensively. "I thought it needed a little flair." Karen and Dave exchanged looks, barely holding in their laughter. Linda, still glaring, suddenly did the unthinkable. She took a bite. Everyone gasped. She chewed, slowly, thoughtfully. The entire room held its breath. Then finally she swallowed. "Huh." Greg leaned forward eagerly. "Well." Linda hesitated, then sighed. "It's actually not bad." Greg's face lit up. "Right. The jalapenos give a kick." Linda gave him a long look before nodding, albeit reluctantly. "Fine. You're off the hook. But next time, ask before you flare my lunch." Karen and Dave burst into laughter. Greg let out a relieved chuckle. And just like that, the case of the suspicious sandwich was closed. As they all laughed, a thought crossed Greg's mind. Sometimes the strangest combinations turn out to be the best. Maybe life was like a sandwich. Messy, unexpected, but sometimes surprisingly delicious. The end.